vicious kind. He's a chain-smoking alcoholic sociopath.
I'm afraid I can't honor your check, sir.
Jesus H. Christ, I got ID and everything.
Sir, you have a well-documented record of defrauding this institution.
Yeah, but this is the real government check. I didn't use the copier at the library or nothing.
Sir, if you don't leave, I'll be forced to treat you in an even more condescending manner. Thank you.
Percy hadn't had much luck getting his welfare check cashed, on account of him having a record for fraud longer than an Oscar speech.
I don't know what to do, boy. Liquor store won't be open much longer. We need money. Hey, maybe we can sell our passports again.
Kevin suggested they try cashing the check at Jimmy's pawn shop, because Jimmy was usually pretty flexible when it came to that sort of thing.
How's it hanging, Spencer?
Lower every day, Jimmy.
Touché. What brings you in? Gonna try and pawn me another stolen wheelchair?
Me and the boy are on our way to get booze. Figured I'd stop off at the pawn shop and visit my stuff. See, boy, there's Daddy's old butterfly knife, what I stole from the War Museum. And there's where your old skateboard went, in case you was wondering. And remember how Mom's always bitching about how someone stole her accordion?
That was the first thing you ever pawned here, Percy.
Old lady didn't leave me no choice. I was sick of burying it in the fucking yard.
Practically that whole wall is stuff Percy brought in. There's your old pool cue.
Old Woody. That brings back a lot of sweet memories.
It's a beauty of a stick, Percy.
It's autographed by that dead porn star, John Holmes. Damn, I wish I had my old Woody in my hands right now. We used to have some good times. Quit shitting on my lawn, you stupid fucking mutt.
Okay, Spencer, it's been nice reminiscing with you, but if you're not gonna buy nothing, get the hell out.
Come on, Jimmy. Cash my welfare check so that I can go to the liquor store.
Yeah, right. Good one, Spencer.
Fine, I'll remember that, Jimmy. We'll see the next time you need something.
Fine, we'll see.
Fucking right we will.
Whoa! What do we have here? Fine little 5-finger discount, Spencer?
Kiss my ass, you son of a whore. You can't prove nothing.
Yeah? Well, let's take a look at the security tape, you fat prick. I've locked the door, so you boys ain't going nowhere. Now, let's see this tape.
I'll do anything to get my leather outfit back. Anything.
Great. Here's a shovel and an oven mitt. I want you to... you didn't see that.
Hand over the money or your toast, Jimmy boy. Ah!
Here comes your bit now.
That don't prove nothing. Unlock these cuffs so I can bust your face open, prick.
Fat chance. I'm gonna phone the cops and have them throw your ass in jail.
Jail? But I'll miss the liquor store.
Maybe we can come to an arrangement. I need some little bastard to do all my shit work around the pawn shop. How's about I borrow yours for a few days?
I don't care.
Then it's square. No harm done. But this is the last time I'm cutting you a break, Spencer, and I'm only doing it on account of I'm a recovering alcoholic who's made a few mistakes in life. But I also know what it means to get a second chance. That's why I'm gonna let you go. And why I'm gonna cash your stupid check. For 60 cents on the dollar, of course.
Yeah, great, whatever. Bye. So long, boy.
Okay, Kevin. I need all these pawned hearing aids cleaned and disinfected for our big hearing aid blowout tomorrow.
Kevin wasn't too happy about being treated like a slave, so he set to thinking about how he could get a hold of the old man and straighten things out.
Now I get to keep all the booze for myself, and the boy has to work. Percy, you's a genius. On strike? Christ, when did that happen?
As of noon, all brewery and liquor store employees and managers have walked off to protest privatization, eh? It was in all the papers, eh?
I don't read too good.
Been on television, too. Holy jeez, buddy, what are you? Some kind of idiot?
Percy stopped for a second. Perhaps he was briefly aware of the irony of having a bunch of striking brewery workers refusing to sell him the very substance that had left him brain damaged in the first place.
Just give me some booze, prick.
Sorry, buddy. Call your member of parliament and demand action, eh?
Percy said that's just what he'd do. Then he tried to run across the picket line, but the strikers caught him and forced him back. Then he tried to ram through the picket line with a shopping cart, and the picketers beat him 3 ways sideways, stuffed him in the cart upside down, and kicked it down a hill.
Oh well, might as well get pissed at the peeler joint again.
All right, kid. Good job on the dental plates, but I'm gonna need you to suck the excess dishwater out of the hearing aids later.
Kevin asked if he could leave now, since all this work was seriously cutting into his drinking time.
Not yet, kid. Now I'm gonna teach you all the behind-the-scenes secrets that makes a pawn shop work. Looks like your old man ain't gonna give you a chance at a normal, productive life, so I'm gonna do it. On account of I'm a recovering alcoholic, and I wouldn't be where I am today if someone hadn't given me a few breaks. You see, kid, the thing about booze is...
Oh, sweet Jesus, make the man shut up, boy. Make the man shut up.
Jimmy started almost every sentence talking about how he used to be an alcoholic and recounting the boring stories of his personal triumph over addiction.
And that's why they won't let me bring my dogs to the car wash anymore. So don't make the same mistakes I did, kid. Now, I want you to dig through that trash bin and bring me the carbon paper from every credit card transaction we had today. I saw a list of the numbers to some folks in the States. Nice DVD player. Is it stolen?
No way. I swear, it was a gift. I just didn't like the color.
Didn't like the color. That's rich. This is important, boy. Here's how to run a check on an item to see if it's stolen. Oops. Hey, this unit isn't even supposed to be in this country. You see, this is good, because now that I know it's hot, I can screw him for any price that suits me.
Well, excuse me, but you're talking like I'm not even here.
So what the hell you gonna do about it, punk? Call the cops? I'll give you $30 for the piece of shit. And I'm still taking a beating for the cost of unloading it somewhere in the third world. Or Manitoba, or something.
$30? Hey, but there ain't nothing wrong with that. And here I thought you said you were gonna screw me.
Our transaction is completed.
Even though Kevin hated working because jobs are for assholes, he was kind of happy because he and Jimmy shared the same taste in literature. And Kevin had access to a wider variety of guns than even he knew existed. Unfortunately, Jimmy kept all the ammo locked up, so Kevin could only imagine the empowering convulsion of a cold blue steel .44 Magnum discharging in his hands.
Hey boy, over here. Shoot me, boy. Shoot your father. I'm a deer for fuck's sake.
All right, boys, put your hands together for Crystal. Coming up in a minute is another stripper named Crystal, followed by Christelle, and finally the stripper formerly known as Crystal. Hope you're enjoying your evening here at the Camel Toe Inn. We're the best in town because we're run by bikers.
Hey, buddy, how you liking the show?
I ain't got no money for no table dancer, so fuck off.
Hey, bud, I understand where you're coming from. Buying liquor in bars gets pretty expensive.
Liquor store's on strike, so now I gotta pay $6.50 bar prices for this here Hawaiian beer they ship in. At least I hope it's Hawaiian.
They don't care about you, do they? What about your needs, your feelings? Let me buy you a pitcher, pal.
Damn straight, I'm Percy.
Percy, I saw how you handled yourself with those strikers, and I like your style.
They got lucky. I beat up a crossing guard once.
Percy, we've got to stop this liquor strike, and I think you're the guy to help resolve this issue. By the time you're finished, we can all get back to getting pissed at noon if we want to.
Who the hell's up by noon? Hey, that sounds like work.
It is. Would you like to see what $1,000 looks like?
Deal. What do I gotta do?
This is a list of license plates for cars whose tires I'd like slashed. And this is a list of people to phone with death threats. Keep the pressure on, Percy, and we'll be stocking up the fridge in no time.
The next day, Percy got to work on his new job as a strikebreaker and began phoning in his death threats. He was already in a pretty sour mood, since for some reason, he hadn't been able to get it up since last night's dinner.
Looks like you finally reached that age, Percy. Ha! You got no more steam in your asparagus.
Shut up. Look through that bag of drugs and see if I might have stolen some of that Viagra. Meantime, I got work to do.
People are getting a hard dose of reality these days. Sober reality. The continuing liquor store strike is having wide-reaching ramifications throughout the city.
Hello? Is this Ira Collins? This is Percy Spencer. If you don't stop striking, I'm gonna come over and make you sorry I did. Suppose that means I'm gonna kick you in the face or something. That's right, Percy D. Spencer. Up yours too.
How do you feel about the liquor store strike?
Well, I mostly feel bad for people who don't know how to cope during this crisis. In my case, I can just huff some paint or call some drug dealers and I'll find a way to muddle through. But what about the older people, the seniors who don't have drug connections? How will they cope?
They'll probably receive prescription medication from taxpayers.
Really? Lucky bastards.
Hello, is this Mrs. Osgood? This is Percy Spencer. If you don't stop striking right away and sell me some booze, I'm gonna come over and make you sorry you did. No, I'm not selling nothing. I'm saying I'm gonna come down there and hurt you. You're busy? Sure, can you call me back? 555-3809.
I find being sober has been a wonderful opportunity to rediscover our relationship.
Nothing like 2 weeks off the sauce to remind me how I married the biggest washed-up, nose-picking couch potato on earth.
Yes. Well, perhaps if this marriage wasn't a suffocating repetition of formulaic sex and karaoke nights, I wouldn't be waiting in front of the television to die.
If you don't like the sex, find someone else.
What do you think your sister and I have been doing for the last month? At least she knows how to share her feelings.
I suppose she shared her herpes with you, too.
Herpes? Well, at least I feel something.
Hello, is this Javier? Hey, hombre, it's Percy Spencer. You know, 12 tall boys and a 40 to go? That's me. Listen, I gotta ask you to stop striking or I'm gonna come down there and stab you in the face. Don't go getting all snippy, it ain't personal.
Even the visiting Russian circus has been affected.
Зрители хотят посмотреть, как русский медведь бухает пиво. Но, к сожалению, пива больше не осталось. И зрителям это ужасно не понравилось.
Kevin was putting deodorant pads in the old rollerblades when Jimmy came in for the high point of his month.
It's time to flip over the new calendar pages.
Kevin asked which month the woman with the snake around her was from.
That ain't no calendar, Spencer. That's my mother. On account of I'm a recovering alcoholic, I'm still trying to piece together the forgotten parts of my life.
Kevin asked Jimmy why the hell he always started his stories talking about how he used to be an alcoholic.
Funny story, really. You see, on account of my being a recovering alcoholic, I tend to make it the whole focus of my life. To really understand, you have to know my whole life story. I was born in 1957 and given the name Jimmy Jugs. I took my last name from my mom, a northern Manitoba stripper named Jenna Jugs. Mom wasn't rich, so she worked her way through most of the pregnancy, and her climactic belly flop finale was renowned from Whitehorse to Deep River. The only change to her act was the sign. When I was finally born, Mom raised me as her prop master. I was the one in charge of all the stuff she brought on stage during the act. Sex toys, restraints, a giant champagne glass, you know. Finally, Mom saved enough to buy a huge python. Then came that horrible day. I forgot to sedate the python.
Oh my God! Jenna Jugs has been killed by a giant snake. Jenna won't be available for table dances, boys, but give her a big hand anyway. And keep it going for Crystal.
The audience stuffed a body bag with $5 bills in her honor. Please, let me just have one more look at her. I need some closure. Ugh! Oh, God! Get it away from me! Gross!
Jimmy, I have two things to tell you.
Give it to me, Doc.
Your mother's dead, but we saved the baby.
I had no idea Mom was pregnant again, and now she was gone. The club retired a table from the champagne room, and suddenly I had a sister. I tried to raise her as best I could, but without Mom's income, it wasn't easy, and I was hitting the bottle pretty hard.
Jimmy, tell me about Mom.
Our mother was a wonderful woman, an angel, a saint who sacrificed everything for her kids.
When I get older, I'm going to become a stripper, just like her.
What? There's no way you're becoming a two-bit floozy like that, old whore.
You can't tell me what to do. You're not my father.
Nobody knows who your father is. Nobody knows who either of our fathers are. If it wasn't for the fact that we both have webbed toes and a vestigial tail, we couldn't even prove we're related. Mom slept with every oil drill worker north of the friggin' tree line. No. You're gonna be a stockbroker or one of them telephone psychics, but I'll be damned if I see you end up in a peeler joint.
I don't care what you say. I have dreams.
It soon became obvious that I couldn't look after her, and soon she deserted me. I climbed inside a bottle for 11 years. By the time I sobered up, I had a lucrative fronting operation, which evolved into this pawn shop. That's my story, boy. Listen, you've been working hard, and I want you to know the joy of having something you earned. Pick something out of the store for yourself.
Kevin asked if he could have some of the ammo they were talking about earlier.
Why don't you let me pick something, kid?
Here she is, all the way from Deer Lake, Manitoba, Crystal.
An anonymous death threat means people aren't supposed to know who you are.
I ain't following you.
You've been telling everyone your name. Knock it off, you idiot.
What'd you call me?
I said, have a beer. You earned it. How's the tire slashing going?
Really good. I've been watching where they park their cars when they go on strike in the morning. Then I go up to their tires and carve them up good.
Okay, listen. Don't carve your name.
What about smearing my name and dog shit on their windows?
Keep your name out of everything. Just threaten them and vandalize. Here, let me buy you a table dance. Hey, Crystal.
I don't see the point of vandalizing something if you can't take the credit.
Do you want to see that $1,000, Percy?
Jimmy gave Kevin a cool bike for his work at the store. It was a retro 70s banana seat high bar with front forks, an automatic gear shifter on the crossbar, and built-in playing cards in the spokes. Jimmy had said that earning the bike would make him feel a sense of pride. But being a violent sociopath with no inherent ability to feel anything, he simply wondered if he could use it to crush toads. Kevin asked the old man what he was doing in the shed.
Tore one off with this here stripper last night, and I didn't want your mother to catch me.
Ugh, you owe me $80.
$80? I couldn't even get it up.
Yeah, but on account of I'm a recovering nymphomaniac who shouldn't have ever been doing this in the first place, I need some money for therapy and...
Kevin told the stripper there was something real familiar about her, especially her webbed toes.
Hey, stop trying to get it on with my stripper. In fact, you and your fairy bike can get the hell out of here. Yeah, listen, do you take post-dated checks?
Kevin walked back towards the house, wondering if he should introduce Jimmy to his long-lost sister. It was the sort of thing that would make people real emotional, and if there was an outside chance Kevin wasn't a sociopath, it might have been worth a try. But just to make it interesting, he decided to blackmail Jimmy with the information.
Hi, Kevin. Door went off with your mother last night, and I didn't want Percy to catch me.
The news is all over town. The liquor strike is over. Within the first few hours of the announcement, the town was celebrating and people were cheering in the streets. After a few more hours of drinking, people were screaming and being beaten savagely in the streets. Several tenements had to be put to the torch, and 3 police cars have been flipped over.
Hey, Spencer, I was just waiting here to pick off a few rioters.
Kevin told Jimmy all about his sister.
Let me get this straight. You tell me how to find the long-lost sister I haven't seen in 17 years, and in return I let you have the afternoon off? No dice, chump.
I want to buy my old pool cue back.
Cash up front, Percy.
Fine, yeah, you can bring it with us to the strip club. Fella's paying me because it was me who stopped the liquor strike.
I haven't been in a strip club in years, on account of I'm a recovering alcoholic who'd rather not be in places like that.
You saying my booze ain't good enough for you, you fucking piece of garbage?
I don't drink. I'm a recovering alcoholic.
Oh, well just this one time won't hurt you none.
I'd like to propose a toast.
Here's to sticking it to management where the sun don't shine.
Wow, this brings back so many memories. Will a girl still dance on your table for 50 cents, or has that gone up?
Kevin was about to tell Jimmy everything he knew about the thongs and ping pong balls when Percy recognized his mysterious employer.
There's the boss. Hey boy, I can't afford a table dance till I cash this guy's check, so go tell the DJ it's my birthday so I can get a free one. I'm here for my money.
Yes, but the strikers won the negotiation, so the deal's off.
You said I'd see $1,000.
Yo, Mr. White Trash, this cufflink is worth more than $1,000. See it?
Just as Percy was fixing to tear the man a new arsehole, the DJ piped in.
All right, we have a birthday boy in the house. I want to hear you give it up for Percy Spencer.
I'm not finished with you backstabbing prick. A deal's a deal.
Percy Spencer, folks. He seems to have a birthday every time he comes in here.
Percy Spencer? That's the son of the bitch who said he was gonna beat up my wife.
Yeah, he phoned my house and said he was gonna drown my kids and spread rumors about me being fruity.
All right, Percy. Here's a little something for last night.
Oh, give it to me, baby.
That's what I think of your double-endorsed, post-dated checks, you deadbeat son of a bitch.
Why, she's got webbed toes. Sis, it's me, Jimmy.
Jimmy? My long-lost brother, Jimmy?
So, you grew up to be a stripper and a prostitute, just like Mom. And now you've slept with Percy Spencer. How you been doing otherwise?
Other than him, not bad. I guess it's on account of me being a recovering nymphomaniac.
Percy, this is the happiest day of my life, and I owe it all to your little rugrat here. You can have your pool cue back, buddy.
Fucking prostitute kicked me in the nuts.
That fucking prostitute has a name, mister. Crystal. Crystal fucking Jugs.
What? You mean there's a stripper whose name really is Crystal?
Come on, sis.
I bet those two are gonna do it.
Kevin told the old man that they shouldn't do it because they're brother and sister.
If it wasn't for brothers and sisters doing it, you'd be shy a few cousins. But hell, I got my pool cue back and everybody's happy. Hey, what are you fairies looking at? Something's wrong with that kid. His head don't work, it never did. You better not cross his path. He's a chain-smoking alcoholic sociopath.
Looks like you finally reached that age, Percy. You got no more steam in your asparagus.